Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Oh my gosh, we made it to another Tuesday. Tuesday has been becoming my absolute favorite video. Of course, I say that on most of my videos, don't I? Anyway, it really has. This is my Tackle It series where I look at some of my bags, bins, and boxes, you know, like this bin right behind me, and I start digging through them and what is in there. These are long forgotten projects. These are 3+ years old. We've been in this house a little over 3 years. All this stuff was packed up well before we moved, and it hasn't seen the light of day. I mean, let's face it, it just has not. So I've been having so much fun going through this. Yes, I've been starting new projects, but not as many as I would had I not been digging these out, because I have found I want to keep going with the majority of these things. There's some of them that just didn't make the cut for a lot of different reasons, but quite a few. I'm like, oh, I want to make that. I want to finish that. That's pretty cool. I have socks that I've discovered, and my oldest pair is 19 years old. And is it right here? Where is that? Where? I don't know. It's not right there. That's probably why it's not getting worked on. Oh, I don't know where I put it. I shoved it someplace. But I have a pair of socks that I started literally 19 years ago that I found in my bin. And I've actually added some to it. I've made this much more progress. It's not done yet, but that's still closer than what it was when I dug it out. So I found that. I have found sweaters. I have found shawls and scarves. Like if you saw yesterday's video, then you saw this that is at least a decade old. This gorgeous, gorgeous piece. And because of being on here and doing this, it's from this orange marker is where I dug it out of the bin. This run right here is from last Tuesday. I mean, it's growing. This thing is absolutely growing. It is a beautiful shawl. It's called Spreading Vines, and it's going to get done. This is going to get finished, and it's been sitting over a decade. This is the yarn that I have currently, and I think I've got more of this yarn. It's Saki Bamboo Solids by Universal. It's out of, it's no longer a valid yarn. It is a valid yarn. It is no longer in production. It's no longer made. That's okay. If I've come to the point where I can't find my next purple skein, if I actually need it, I'll stripe it with white. I don't care. It will get done. And I'm so excited about that. So this has been such an inspiring series for me personally. I don't know about you guys. Please tell me down below. But for me personally, it is, because it's showing that perseverance. No matter how long something takes, you can finish. Everything is like one step at a time. If you want to run a marathon, that's what they say. You start with the first step, right? I'd walk it, but whatever, right? And then that's going to really, really hurt. But, it's one step, one stitch for what I'm doing, whether it's knitting or crocheting, it's one stitch and it's getting closer. And I'm really enjoying finding new treasures. So I went over, I have 2 of these bins that I know of that are full of, because I haven't pulled all the bins out, that are full of projects. And I also have a coat rack with, all the coat rack hooks and everything right over here on the corner. And I have bags like this just hanging off the coat racks. And each one of these bags contains something. Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't dig through them to find out before coming on and saying this, because what fun is that? I don't know what's in all of these. It's yarn and projects. I do know that. And I don't know if I want to finish them. Some of them I do. A lot of them I do. So we're going to see what the new thing is, and then see if some of my other projects get pushed aside. Yesterday's video, there were 3 vintage projects that I worked on last week. 3 of them. That is absolutely crazy. So we're going to dig in here. We're going to see what's in here. Is it yarn, projects, patterns? I don't know. And is it going to see the light of day, or is it going to be tucked away a little bit longer? Because some of them I look at and I'm like, yeah, I want to finish that. Not now. Nope, don't have the bandwidth. And I just tuck it right away. So it's good. It's good. We'll play later. So here's my vintage, got stuff in here. So what do I have? Washcloths. Those are kind of pretty. Okay, I have in cellophane. I don't know why I have these, but this towel washcloth thing would be kind of cool. Do some crochet around it, hang it up in your kitchen. That's pretty neat. I don't know. I'm not sure why I have that, but it's there. A bag. It's some sort of crafts bag. All right, cool. No clue. Oh, this is a fun little one. It needs to be washed. Look at this one. Isn't this a cute little project bag? For those of you that know and everything, you know, prior military and what have you, this my little light used to light up. I used to have that and everything. So whenever I was out, I just had my little light and just attached to here. Yes, this project bag has seen some brighter days. I have used this and abused this. I mean, look at the strap on this. It is unraveling. A friend made it and it has been well loved. You might dare say it's been abused. I say it's been extremely well loved. I did not keep it in its beautiful, pristine shape, i.e. unused and sitting on a shelf. I used this a lot, and I used it as like a project bag / purse for quite a while. I mean, I have used this thing a lot, and it looks like it. That's a testament of love right there. Oh. So this is Nerd String. If you've ever seen that yarn, that label, that is Renee from Nerd String. She no longer dyes yarn, but if you want the next generation of that, that is Salty Blonde, who has taken over. So this is a kit. Look at this. It's the 7 Arrows Shawl Kit, 469 yards, 120 grams fingering weight, superwash merino blend. I have sparkles. I have 3 of those in this bag. Let's pull this out. So this is sparkles. I like this. Okay, and it's pretty. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at the hot pink. Oh, yes. I mean, aren't those pretty? That is gorgeous. That is stunning. So those are the sparkles. And oh, here's a lavender sparkle. Let's see. Can't see the sparkle as much in there, but it's just the lights. Yeah, it's just like this one. Oh my gosh. You just can't, the camera's not picking it up against that white, but yeah, that is beautiful. So I have those in here, and I have 5 of them. Okay, well, if there's 5 in here and it's a 7 Arrow shawl, I bet I worked on shawl pieces 1 and 2. That would make sense to me. It's a black and white picture of what the shawl should be. All right. This is 7 Arrow shawl designed by Tenley Originals, and Tenley was part of our knitting crocheting group for quite some time. Young teenager when she first started hanging out. She has since grown up. She is a mama of her own, married, kids, you know, whole 9 yards, all that wonderful stuff. You know, it's amazing when you see that. Yeah, so she designed this, and let me see how far I got. Looks like I got the first color, and I am tangling in the second color right now. So here's that. That's pretty. Look how pretty that is. That is beautiful. That is a pretty shawl. That is gorgeous. Look at the stitches on that. Isn't that cool? So you got the slip stitch. Oh, here we go. That side. There we go. Here's the right side. That's beautiful. With the right now, I'm striping in both colors at the moment, following the pattern. I have no idea where I'm at on the pattern. I think this needs to be done, don't you? I'm not very far at it at all, but I think this is, it's on size 6s. I think this needs to be done. Look at that. That's sparkle too. Oh my gosh. I got the sparkle pack big time. That is gorgeous. Yeah, I think this one needs to get done. I don't think it's going to be top lead at the moment with the other things, but this is too pretty to just sit in hibernation. I mean, you know what? I think it's going to stay in hibernation for a while longer, because I do have other shawls currently that I'm working on. I mean, I've got this one that was in hibernation that's getting some love. So maybe when I get done with that one, I can do one. And then of course I've got the one that I'm working on with the beautiful Starry Night color work. So I do have some shawls working. And then I do have the one that I'm working on with the Russian lace. That one's super slow. So I do have some stuff. I'm not pulling this out. I'm going to keep it as is. Okay, so there's just pens, and what else is down here? Do I have anything else cool in here? pens and weird stuff like that, but nothing else fancy. All right. Yeah, this needs to get done. That is beautiful. Am I going to wear it? I have no idea. Am I going to keep it like that? No clue. I make things because I make things and I enjoy it. Still no clue what this stuff's all about. It's going to go back in the bag though. And then I'm going to pretend like I never even saw it. It's just there. It's tucked in. It's my little boho bag. Got my pattern back in here. I am on my second color. Yeah, 460. That's pretty easy to deal with, right? I can do that. And I'm on the second arrow. Yeah, section 2 for colors 1 and 2, 5 repeats. Yeah, so I'm on section 2. I could do this. Yeah, I think this one needs to be. I don't have a colored picture of it. But I think with the different textures and all the beautiful colors of yarn, and they are minis, and we know I get confused with minis anyway, and this is a kit that uses the minis, I think I'm best to just keep it as is and continue and to work with that the way that it's going. And I think that one's going to be tucked away the same that this one, I keep pulling this one up. I gotta put, the reason I haven't put it back on the coat rack is I'm still pulling things off the coat rack to show, and if I have it back up there, then it's gonna be more, you know, I'm like, oh wait, no, I have to keep digging. And this is another one from all of my friends. This is Renee from Nerdstring, and you just saw her logo, and this is the Poema sweater, and I've gone through one full cake of yarn with this whenever I started it. Absolutely no clue. Over 5 years ago, I do know that. So it's, yeah, well over 5 years. Well over. And that one's just staying in its bag. I just tucked it back in there. So I think these two can be friends. And I'm just like, okay, I know it's there, but I don't have any, you know, like these two. These two are going to go get hung back up like I never even saw them. Nope, they're going to be put away. And like, oh yeah, that's beautiful. Let's just go put it away. Because I do have a lot of other things that I'm working on currently and that are taking my time. And especially the vintage stuff. The vintage stuff has just absolutely taken over. Again, last week, 3 projects. I really worked on 3 of my vintage projects. And every week I keep digging out more and more of them. And they take a little longer than a week to do. I mean, I could do something like this on the Tuesdays, the Tackle It series, which is what this is. And feel free to use that hashtag and adapt it to how you would tackle something in your life. For me, I am tackling my vintage projects. Other people, it means a little bit different to them. Maybe they're going through all their patterns and they're organizing or putting their books away or straightening up their room or what have you. So you can do it however you want to in your world and in your life. Feel free to use that hashtag. For me personally, it is my vintage stuff, my VIPs, my vintage in progress, right? They're not in progress if they're vintage, just saying. And going through these things one at a time and having a blast. What I'm finding is that I'm coming across so many at such a rapid fire that there's no way I'm getting them done in a week or 2 weeks, especially, you know, I've got this shawl. Well, there's a lot of work that needs to be done on the shawl or that sweater that's just being tucked back in, right? One skein into the sweater. Yeah, that's going to take a while to finish. Or the beautiful 7 Arrows shawl by Tenley that I just pulled out. Well, that has 7 of those little minis. Well, I'm only on the second mini. It's going to be a little while to finish. I've thought about, since I've pulled out so many things or, you know, exposed so many things that we made, maybe do, okay, here's one of the things for the week. Here's one of the things for the week. But to tell you the truth, I'm kind of having fun digging through and kind of finding old treasures. And that's been a lot of fun for me too, just to see what were the things that really interested in me. What were the things that I'm like, I've got to make that. And then so much so that I procured the yarn and I cast on, or I grabbed the yarn, because I've got crochet things too. And I grabbed the crochet hooks and everything, and I've gone with it. What were those types of things? So it's kind of fun to go down memory lane. And then others have completely surprised me. Like the Poema sweater, did not remember it. Did not remember making that at all. So had it disappeared, it wouldn't have hurt my feelings because I didn't know I was making it, right? Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of an interesting series. It's like going through a memory book. Jog your memory. You know this was you. I don't have other people in my household that knit or crochet that have been, you know, populating my bins with their projects. So oh, I did that. I did that. And it's something very cathartic, very relaxing, just so amazing to go back and pick up these older projects and do something with it. It's, lost but not forgotten kind of a thing. And like, oh, welcome back into the fold. It's been a while. You're a good friend. Come join me. Let's have a cup of coffee and work together. That's kind of how I feel with all of this. It has been so absolutely enjoyable. And I've heard from some of the comments that there are a few of you who have contemplating picking up some of those older projects. And I am so proud of you. Or if it's not worth finishing, just reclaim the yarn. Because not everything is worth finishing. But if you don't rip it out, there's a chance that one day, like me, a decade plus later, you're going to come back to it. That is so crazy. A decade ago, if you would have told me that, I don't think I would have believed you. But yet here I am. It's been a decade, and we're sitting here together working on old friends. And that is so much fun. With that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, week, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.